and welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild. Here today, well, we're going to be finishing off year 4. But welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. So, the Giants are currently 11-2. We're coming off a 3-game episode. We won all 3 games. We beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And now we turn our attention here to the remaining 4 games. I want to finish up year 4, get this year kind of wrapped up. But in this episode, we have the New York Jets that we're playing against. The New Orleans Saints, who are right now 8-5, and the Buffalo Bills, who are also 8-5. So we have a gauntlet all the way up until Atlanta, who are currently like 4-9. So we have a gauntlet of games to get through, and it starts here with the New York Jets, who currently have the best overall record. So this is going to be a tough matchup here. It's also the Battle of New York, who wins this game. We also kind of get that with Buffalo. And yeah, so let's go check out this Jets team and then hop into the game. And here are the New York Jets, led by Sauce Gardner. You have Quentin Williams, Bryce Hall, Garrett Wilson, who is out today, so this is a significant injury for the New York Jets. But their quarterback is Bo Nixon. They traded for him a year ago because the Broncos have Brock Purdy now. Angelo Mattis here is their rookie quarterback that they drafted in the 2nd round. The Jets, throughout this franchise, they drafted Mario Weathers here, my favorite receiver in this past class. But the Jets have really kind of, I believe, focused on their defense. They drafted 1 tackle. They haven't really actually drafted too well here. Here's a good corner. But yeah, the Jets really haven't drafted too well here. So hopefully, though they did bring in a lot of good free agents, hopefully we can beat this Jets team. It's another test here for us, as it's the Battle of New York to start in today's action, as it's the New York Jets versus the New York Giants here. As it's, I guess this is an away game here for the Giants. 2 of the best teams in the league. Currently, the Jets are the number 2 seed, or the number 1 seed. We are also the number 1 seed. So the 2 best teams in each respective conference are the 2 New York teams. Who will come up top here? Let's go find out. And here comes 3rd-year quarterback John Sherman. He put on an impressive show a week ago with Malik Neighbors to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's having a breakout season. 32 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, over 3,500 passing yards. He's looking to continue his success. We've also ran the ball pretty well. So let's hop into it. Here comes Tyrone Tracy now. He will pick up 3 on the first play. Here comes the 3rd down and 5 here, trying to avoid a quick 3 and out. Sherman pressured in his face, got hit, and the ball falls safely to the turf. 3 and out here to start here for this Giants offense. And here comes the Bo Nix here, 4th-year, 5th-year quarterback, something like that. But Bo Nix has led this offense very well. 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's been a great trade for this offense here. Leads the league in most of every major category. As Bo Nix here will start at his own 28 here. Hall gets the call, and he's going to lose a couple. Actually, he gets a yard here, but McFadden stops him. Both defenses are looking to start off very hot here. Nix shotgun looks to throw. Pressure is sent in his face, and it's dropped here. Coakley here couldn't hang on. Big hit provided by Evans. 3rd down and 4 here. Sherman, shotgun. Sets up a little screen here. Tracy now had some good blockers, and he's able to get the first down. As New York's offense kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm. It was a tough play to make here. New York back facing a 3rd down and long. Sherman motioning Theo Johnson. Pressure is sent. Sherman stays strong. Wants Drake London, and London hangs on. Brought down here at the 27. Great play. Another tough 3rd down conversion needed to be made here. 3rd down and 11. Sherman looks to throw, stepping up. He's going to look to run it himself. Sherman takes it, and he takes it inside the 10. A gain of 19. A great scramble. Second down and goal here at the 5. Montgomery takes it, and he goes up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown, New York. Putting together an excellent possession here. A couple big third downs were needed, and we got them. London also got a big play as David Montgomery caps us off with a good touchdown. So it looks like Brian Burns just suffered an injury. He's already missed some time this year. As Holdell, he put the ball on the ground, and still the Jets pick it up. I don't know who popped it out, but we should have been able to get that. Thankfully, Burns is okay. He'll come back, but oh man, that could have been a huge play here. As Bo Nix now will go in an empty look, feeling pressure here from every defender. And I wanted Burns, and Bo Nix will get the first down. I hate when the game does that. Third down and 6 here for Nix. Needing this conversion. Pressured in his face by Thibodeau. Now he'll look to scramble as he will pick up a first down again with his legs. Do we have to spy Bo Nix? Third down and 7 here. Another third down conversion needed here for Nix. Looks to throw. Plenty of time, throws it away. Our defense will be forcing a punt here. Giants now face a third down and 9 here at their own 22. Trying to avoid a quick 3 and out. They'll set up a little screen here. Tracy can't break free. Actually, he loses a yard. And we're gonna have to punt here. So it seems like the Jets want to rely on their ground game. Third down and 5. Nix taking a deep shot. This is Mario Weathers, the rookie. He beat Evans. He scores. Mario Weathers here, drafted in, I believe, 6th overall in this past class. He was my favorite receiver. I very much was tempted to trade it up to go get him, but he just makes a massive play over Demetrius Evans. Third down and 12. Empty goes Sherman. He will look to throw. Wants someone to be open, and he's going to be brought down by 2 Jets. Jets now take over here at their own 41, and they're looking to add on, get some more points. Weathers with another good reception. Second down and 3 here. Falls the back of the backfield. He gets the call as Newman slows him down, but Burns cleans it up. Staying in the shotgun is Bo Nix. Ball now goes to the right as New York sends a blitz. Doesn't get home. It's one-handed here as New York now will get another first down. Third down and 2 here. 2 tight end formation here for Nix. Pressured and sent here by the Giants as he throws it, and the ball is off the mark for their tight end. This has been a tough Jets defense. Sherman stays in the passing game. Wants Neighbors. Able to find him as Malik Neighbors continues to have a very impressive campaign. Third down and 5 here for the Giants here. Drake London is the motion man. Sherman looks to throw. Connects here underneath here. Wandale picking up 7. I formation here for the Giants. Tracy, he's the back here. As he will get the call. Goes up the gut for 5. And we're seeing Taylor Wilkerson in this action. First round pick. In the I formation, he gets the call going up the gut here. The Jets. He picks up 4. We're down in a less than a yard here before at the beginning of the 2-minute warning. Montgomery is the motion man. Sherman looks to throw, not liking much of anything, feeling the pressure, escaping, extending, as John Sherman will take this out of bounds here at the 24. Great scramble there. New York lines up Malik Neighbors in the backfield as they set up a little screen here for Neighbors. Gets it underneath now as Neighbors stays on his feet, and he's able to get the conversion. Wow, what a play. Inside the 15 now. Motion man is Theo. Sherman will look to throw, sends it over the middle, connects here with Wandale. Tackled here at the 1. Great job there by Sherman, staying strong in the pocket. Poor time management on my end. Now we have 6 seconds, 1 timeout, third down and goal. Sherman takes it, looks to throw, end zone. He got hit right before he could throw it. Incomplete. And it's 4th down and goal here, but New York at the 1. Trying to take the lead right before halftime. Sherman takes the snap, he looks to throw. trying to extend the play. John Sherman will be able to do so. Touchdown for the Giants here. John Sherman, not really wanting to throw the football. He just takes it himself. And we'll take the lead here as we head into halftime. As the Giants here are up now 14-10. So far, it's been a defensive showdown here. Both defenses have been able to get off the field, but last couple possessions now, both teams have scored, so we'll see if it will change here in the second half. Here at the 29, the Jets will start with a run with Breece Hall. He broke free past Isaiah Simmons. That's a play that he usually makes. Jets have been very determined to run the football here. They're one of the better backs in the league. Here comes Nix. He will find his man for 8. 3rd down and 2 here. Nix hands the ball off Breece Hall, and he's able to get 3 and the first down. 2nd down and 9 here. New York sends some pressure. It's caught here, and this is Weathers. He gets his team to the 22. He has the big touchdown, and now he gets a big-time play here. Inside the 25 here, Bo Nix in the shotgun stays in the pass game. Pressure is sent, and here comes their tight end Queen, breaking free, and he finds a way to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets here. As the New York Jets now will take the lead here. First possession here of the second half. It's our defense, just poor tackling. Giants here will start at their own 30 at the beginning of the second half. Their first possession. Tyrone Tracy, he gets the call, goes up the gut here, picking up 8. 3rd down and 2, Montgomery checks in. Giants turn to Montgomery, and David doesn't get anywhere. He has struggled today. As the Jets take over here, they have a lot of momentum on their side. Just put up a good touchdown. Bo Nix, passing game, finds his man, and that's another great play, and no pressure on Bo Nix. Now facing a 3rd down and 3 here. Nix hands the ball off to Hall. As Hall here will be able to get the conversion. Valentine, I just missed him. 3rd down and 4 here for Bo Nix. Looks to throw, finds his tight end, Queen, with a great play. Bo Nix will go empty here, spreading out the defense. He finds his man here, right over the middle, setting his offense. Goal to go is Coaxley. We're kind of witnessing our Giants defense slowly fall apart here. Got to be able to make a big play. Sending 5 as this is pitch and catch football. Touchdown Jets here. And they will go up here by 2 scores. So this Giants offense will take over here, needing to put up some points on this drive. Sherman looks to throw, connects quickly here as Drake London able to power his way through. As Taylor Wilkerson checks in. As this is the motion here for Theo Johnson. Connects here with Johnson, breaks the tackle here of Gardner, and he's able to get the first down and more. Giants now leading on their passing game. Wilkerson motions out wide, looks to throw his Sherman. Not liking much of anything. Now he'll look to scramble, takes it himself, picks up 6. Throughout this whole season, John Sherman has relied on his legs from time to time. Sherman will look to throw. As this time he finds London, and he'll make this a 3rd down and short. So now this Giants team, they're down by 10 at the beginning of the 4th quarter, trying to make a comeback as they start off with a good 3rd down and 1 conversion. Inside the 30 of the Jets, Sherman takes the snap, he looks to throw. And as they left Taylor Wilkerson left alone, as the back is able to set his offense goal to go. 1st down and goal here, I formation here. Sherman, he will go play action, sets his feet, wants Neighbors. Oh, Sauce Gardner, he got it. The ball was slightly low, and Sauce Gardner's able to make a play over Malik Neighbors. This defense needs to be able to get off the field. Play action goes next, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau. And this Giants team needed to make a play here on defense, and they got one there by Kayvon. Sherman here in the shotgun. Tracy, he's going to be motioned out. Sherman will look to throw. As John Sherman, he's going to go down. I think he wanted the big play there for Neighbors. Now it's 3rd down and 19. What do you do if you're the Giants? Sherman takes the snap, looks to throw. What's a big play there for Neighbors? Couldn't convert it. 4th down. Our defense, we got to get a turnover. Gutsy call here for the Giants. Less than 7 minutes to go. Here at their own 31, they will go. Sherman looks to throw, sets his feet down the field. The ball is knocked away. Sauce Gardner in coverage. Wanted to take our chance. Giants defense trying to bend but not break here. Ideally, a turnover would occur. Here comes Hall, able to cut it outside. Good play there. 4th down and 6 here. They'll take 3 and stay up by 2 scores. 5:27 to go here. Giants are down by 2 touchdowns. They have plenty of time, but they got to be able to find a score, put together some type of scoring possession. Sherman, I think he got spooked in the pocket, and he goes down there by McGarry. And now it's 3rd down and 12 here. New York, desperate for a 1st down. Sherman with pressure in his face, gets the ball out somehow. Whitson provided it, and now it's 4th down and 12 here, and the Giants have to go for it. 4th down and 12 here. Desperation time here for the Giants. Sherman takes it, looks to throw. He wants Drake London on Sauce Gardner, as Gardner knocks it away. And I don't know if we really have enough time to get 2 possessions here. And here in week 15, the first game of today's action, the Giants will fall here to the Jets. Pretty convincingly, as I may say, 35-14. They shut down our offense very quickly with a very good defense. And their offense, it took them a little bit, but they played very consistent and very well. John Sherman, I feel like he got rattled a lot. He got hit a lot today. Offensive line didn't play well. Defense didn't play well. Our running game wasn't available to us, as this is probably the worst game of the season here for John Sherman. David Montgomery got the most carries for 11 yards, and he did score. Tracy showed a little bit more efficiency, but there was virtually no ground game here. In the passing game, they held Malik Neighbors to 3 catches for 29 yards. That's tough to do. Wandale had 3 for 24. London had 4 for 57. And the offensive line, 3 sacks allowed. Yeah, we got 1 sack. We got a couple of deflections. Just a bad way to start today's episode. We did suffer an injury in today's action. Steve Taylor, one of our backup linebackers, he's going to be out now for the next couple weeks. As now we sim ahead here to face off here against the 9-5 New Orleans Saints here, who have a fantastic offense, and they've drafted very well that I know of. This is a very good defense here. They also have a top-tier scoring offense, passing offense. They don't really run the football too well. But either way, let's turn here now our attention here to the Saints. I don't really want to do anything. I'm not going to work on contracts just yet. Maybe after this game and before the Bills, we'll look at this and scouting. So let's just quickly look at this Saints team and then get into the game. And here are the New Orleans Saints, led by Drexel Zach here. And he was in the same draft class as John Sherman, now a true 89 overall, playing like a 90 or 89 overall, playing like a 92 overall, top 10 quarterback already in the league. Yeah, he's good. And they drafted him as superstar development. Marshawn Lattimore's still here, Chris Olave. Ever since they brought in, or they drafted Drexel, Drexel, they've been producing here, and they've drafted well offensive weapon-wise. They brought in a couple veteran backs, but Teddy Truman here, the rookie receiver they drafted in the first round. And Teddy, he's already a superstar, top 48 receiver in the league. And Max Drake here, also for the first draft class, 83 overall. And he can do a little bit of everything. And you throw on top of the fact they have Chris Olave. This is a very good offense here. Josh Davison is here. They have a very good offensive line. The right tackle is the one spot that I could see us take advantage of. But this defense also leads the way here, and they have some very good talent as well here on this side of the ball. I'm expecting another tough action here, and this could be a potential playoff team we face against. As we're heading into the second game of this 4-game gauntlet here for the Giants, now we're going to be playing against the 9-5 New Orleans Saints here. And this could be a potential playoff matchup in the near future. Zach Drexel versus John Sherman here. I believe this is the second time we faced this team, and I believe we beat the Saints in the first meeting. I could be wrong. Someone go back and fact check me on that. But this is a very good Saints team. They throw the ball particularly well. They struggle to run the ball, and they play good defense. So our secondary is going to be tested here today. Also, guys, John Michael Schmidt, he suffered a practice injury, so we're returning to our rookie center, Casey James. And here comes John Sherman, leading out his offense here. He struggled a week ago in the first game. 32 touchdowns, 11 picks. The offensive line struggled massively, and now we have a rookie center. Montgomery is getting the start today. I took him out, and I think Montgomery is starting to really show himself slowing down a bit. Hopefully today he kind of proves me wrong. He picks up 5 here to start off. Malik Neighbors was shut down in the first game. Sherman will look to throw for the first time. He will find Theo Johnson. And this will be a 3rd down and inches here. It's the Giants offense trying to get the first down. 3rd down and inches. Montgomery gets the call, goes up the gut, gets the first down. As Drake London just went back into the locker room. And that's something that this offense really does not need to happen right now. Here comes Tyrone Tracy here for 11, though. I just got the word, no more Drake London today. Z. Claiborne stepping in. He stepped in a handful of weeks ago. Posted up a couple big plays for us. Gain of 8 here, though, for Malik Neighbors. Dale Robinson will also have to step up today, as this will be a Montgomery run, and this is the burst that I was missing from the first game. Pitch and catch there for the Giants. Sherman stays in the passing game. Right back to Zeke, the rookie. He spins, puts his head down, and he gets the first down and a lot more. 2 catches for already 24 yards here. Taylor Wilkerson checks in. First down and goal here from the 2. Wilkerson looks for an end zone, and he will find it. Touchdown, New York. Our first round rookie will find another score. Oh my, wait a minute. We just had a big play here on the kickoff. There seems to be a fumble here. Stonehouse here kicks it off here. This is Wise the back. And who knocks that ball out? It looks like Devin Bush. He's the one who knocks it out. Traft here picks it up. And the Giants offense now starting up here inside the 30 of New Orleans now. And we're looking to go up by 2 scores here. And I hope we can. Here comes Montgomery, who will lose to Willie Gay. At the end of that play, Montgomery is shaken up. Went back to the bench. Sherman not liking anything, feeling a lot of pressure. He's thrown down. 3rd down and 15 here. Tracy, he's going to get the little screen now. Tyrone Tracy, he had to turn on the Jets. He'll make this a much easier 4th down. 30-yard field goal attempt as the Giants now trying to go up here by 2 scores. Oh my God. And I missed it. Wide left. Of course I did. Gonna convert that. Here comes Zach Drexel here. Or Drexel Zach, excuse me. As they all start in the ground game, this is their weak point of the defense, or the offense. And that was Dexter Lawrence with a good TFL. 3rd down and 11 here for one of the better offenses in the league in terms of passing. Here comes Zach, looks to throw, sending it. That ball is knocked away by McFadden. He's an excellent cover linebacker for us. Now the Giants face a 3rd down and 10. Sherman motioning out. Tracy wants Malik Neighbors, and he's able to convert it. Great pitch and catch right there. I formation here. Wilkerson is the back. They go play action. Sherman sets his feet. Finds Theo Johnson now. 2nd down and 10 here. Sherman takes it. Little screen set up here for Tracy. Tracy cannot get out of it. Willie Gay again with a good play. 3rd down and 13. Sherman. He will look to throw. Staying strong in the pocket. And that ball is off the hands of Lattimore. I don't think anyone was really open. So right now, Drexel here is struggling. Motioning his tight end. 3rd down and 10 here. As he's going to look to throw. Feeling some pressure. Sends it underneath here to Davison. And this is their talented tight end. And he doesn't go far. Sherman in the offense. Starting at their own 39. Stalled on the last drive. Looks to throw is Sherman. Wanting a wide open Malik Neighbors. Penalty is thrown. What's going to be the call here? And it's an ineligible receiver. That's on our offensive lineman, Evan Neal. Now it's a 1st down and 15. Tracy's the back. Tyrone does get the call here. And he gets a good, 11 yards? 2nd down and 4 here. The playbook opens up massively here. Sherman looks to throw. Connects here with Malik Neighbors. And he gets another 1st down. Here comes a 3rd down and 4 here. Sherman looks to throw, not liking much of anything. Trying to escape. He's able to extend. He's able to go down the sideline here. John Sherman. He put his offense on his back here. And he's able to get all of us into the red zone at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Massive scramble right there as Sherman hands the ball off, this time to Montgomery. He runs ahead for 7. 3rd down and 7 here. Taylor Wilkerson in the power offense checks in. As New York will look to run it here. Wilkerson, the rookie, trying to stay on his feet. He is denied. Willie Gay has been all over it. But he almost picked up that 3rd down and 3. As the Giants offense here, though, is staying on the field. 4th down and 1. Inside the 10 of New Orleans. Wilkerson gets another call. This time he picks it up. Fresh set of downs here for the Giants. 2 yards to go. Wilkerson checks back in with the fullback. Gets the pitch, and he gets it in. Touchdown, Taylor Wilkerson. I believe this is his second. Yeah, this is his now 2nd score of today's action. So to this point here, Saints offense has been shut down. Here comes the run. Valentine can't bring him down. Thankfully, Evans can. Do you remember for the first matchup, Olave had a big day against us. 2nd down and 7 here. Motioning Davison, 2nd-year tight end. And he's going to get the catch off the wheel route. Tackled inside the 40. 3rd down and 10 here. New York sends 5. This ball goes underneath here, but it's behind Teddy here. So Bramford's able to knock him down. And this will be 4th down and 4 here. What did the Saints do? As the Saints just want to get some points on the board here as we're almost halfway through here the 2nd quarter. The kick is up, end over end, and right down the middle. Giants take over here at their own 33. I formation. They go play action fake, looks to throw as Sherman. Wants Malik Neighbors down the field, and the ball is knocked down. So now the Giants put Neighbors in the backfield here. Sherman looks to throw a quick slant here to Wandale. And strong hands there by Robinson. Sherman will bring out 2 tight ends here. 3rd down, looks to throw. Sending it underneath here. Got hit as he threw. And that ball falls incomplete. It's 4th down. 2nd down and 10 here. Marshawn Lloyd is the back. He gets the call here. Breaks the tackle here on McFadden. And he's able to get close to 10 yards. Something the Saints don't do particularly well, which is run the football. Under center. 3rd down and inches, and this is not a carry, but Dexter Lawrence met him right at the hole. Another TFL for Dexter. Giants now starting at their own 28 after going 3 and out. What will they do here? Here comes a carry by Montgomery, trying to stay on his feet, able to do so for 8. 3rd down and 2 here, trying to avoid another 3 and out here. Theo Johnson motions, finds him, and we get the 1st down. Good play. Beginning of the 2-minute warning, New York puts Malik Neighbors in the backfield. Sherman will look to throw. Staying strong in the pocket. Connects here with Wandale. as Robinson is tackled out of bounds here at the 32, but a big play there for the veteran receiver. Nice pitch and catch there as motioning out the fullback. Sherman looks to throw. Right back to Wandale, and he picks up 10 more. Giants driving here, looking to go up by 3 scores now. Sherman takes the snap, he looks to throw. As he connects here with Malik Neighbors, picking up 10 of his own. Second down and inches here. Sherman looks to throw again, left alone as Neighbors, caught it, and he falls out of bounds here at the 6. As it's now 3rd down and inches here, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Tyrone Tracy gets the call. The Saints were prepared. And Tracy will score, added on to this Giants lead. As we're going to head into halftime here in Week 16, up 21-3. So far, getting back on track from a week from the first game where we lost pretty badly. So hopefully we can finish off this Saints team pretty easily. As Zach Drexel here will start at his own 25 at the beginning of the second half. Needing to put together a good possession here. As this is a good play here for Marshawn Lloyd. I bet he hasn't done much of this throughout this season. This running game for the Saints offense has struggled, but that's a big pop there. New York's willingness to get to Zach needs to get home here. 3rd down and 10. Zach in the shotgun, motioning his tight end. Giants send 5. This pass is caught, though. That's Teddy, the rookie. 3rd down and 5 now. That's the call here. Looks to throw. Giants did blitz, but it's goal to go action here for the Saints. 1st down and goal here from the 10. This has been a nice first possession here for the Saints. New York now sends the blitz. Looking end zone, and the ball is caught. Teddy, the rookie. Teddy Truman, one of the early draft picks of this past class. He just makes a big time play here for the Saints to get them back into this action. New York has their possession here at their own 24. Here at the beginning of the second half. Quick hitter here to Malik Neighbors. Neighbors is able to push upfield, his 5th grab of today's game. 3rd down and 8 here for this Giants offense. Motioning Theo Johnson. Sherman will look to throw. Connects here, Wandale. But it's going to be a 4th down and 1 here at the 47, and an injured Wandale. He's on the sideline. 2nd down and 10 here. Zach is in the shotgun. Lloyd has been efficient. Looks to throw, though. Finds his man Olave, and Olave breaking tackles. Leonard Sapp throws him down. 3rd down and 4, trying to get off the field are the Giants. Pressure is sent. That ball is knocked down. Derek Parks in coverage. Giants starting at their own 31. As they're going to turn to Montgomery in this ground game now. As Montgomery is able to get 12. Wandale seems to be okay. He's back in it. Giants going to go play action. Sets his feet. Here comes Titus Allen. I like Allen a lot. A lot of his ratings are solid. 3rd down and 2 here. Under center is Sherman. Handing the ball off. As this is going to be a yard gain here for Montgomery. Giants offense want to stay on the field here. It's a 4th down and 1. As Taylor Wilkerson, the rookie, checks in. He gets the call, is able to push up field. 1st down, New York. Big conversion there. Elton Jenkins just went down as well. This pass, though, will be quick. Titus Allen. And the young receiver able to get the 1st down and more. Sherman in the shotgun. Motioning out Tracy now. Pressure is sent. He wants Wandale Robinson turning on the Jets. Tackled here at the 4. As now Evan Neal is shaken up. 1st down and goal here from the 4. Sherman takes the snap, looks to throw, end zone to that ball. Picked off here by Marshawn Lattimore. And that was just a bad pass right there. Drexel Zach here starts at his own 20. He looks to throw, feeling some pressure, escapes, extends for 9. Saints were able to put up points on their last possession here. They want to do it again. Zach takes it. Here comes Lloyd now. Breaks free for a good 7-yard gain. Huge drop there by this Saints receiving core. as it's now 3rd down and 4. Monroe is the motion man. As here comes Zach, sending it here to Davison, the young tight end, who gets the first down. It's now 3rd down and 6. Zach gonna motion out Lloyd, needing this first down. Pressured, and he's gonna go down by Kayvon Thibodeau. Giants take over here at their own 21. Trying to just put together a nice possession. Sherman, though, will look to throw. He will find Wandale Robinson, who picks up 11 more. Tough place to be, 3rd down and 6. Giants don't want to send it back to the Saints. Sherman will look to throw, turns to Titus Allen, and the young receiver hangs on. He was benched a handful of weeks ago. Sherman trying to methodically move this football. Here comes Tracy now, picks up 3. Taylor Wilkerson right back into the game. This 3rd down and 1 here. Handed the ball off to him, and he gets another first down. He's been running well today. 3rd down and 3. Sherman, he's gonna go play action, looks to throw. Wants Wandale on the comeback, and he's not able to reel it in. He couldn't get his 2 feet in bounds. The Giants will send out their kicking unit, 55-yarder here. As I've already missed 1 today, let's not make it 2. 55 yards. It's good. New York's up here by 14 now. 2nd down and 10. Zach, gotta be able to stay strong here. Looks to throw. Sends it underneath here. Olave, able to turn it into a first down. 2nd down and 10 here. Zach will look to throw. Plenty of time as he sets his feet to find Marshawn Lloyd. Lloyd breaking free, and he's tackled here at the 19. Wow, what a play there by the young back. 2nd down and 5 here. Less than 3:40 to go. Giants have a 14-point advantage. Ball is sent, and this is caught here. Lloyd, he destroyed Drew Phillips. This will make it now a 3rd down and 1 here at the 10. And Zach will motion again his tight end here. As looks to throw end zone, and it's caught here. Foster. And that's a touchdown. 3rd down and 3 at the beginning of the 2-minute warning. New York trying to ice this game. Gonna hand the ball off Wilkerson. Wilkerson with a big 8-bean hole. Tackled here at the 43. Timeout New Orleans. And they need to try to preserve as much time and get off the field. First down here would probably just end the game. Sherman will look to throw, finding Malik Neighbors. And I think right there, that should be the game. I don't think the Saints will be able to stop us. As we're gonna get a nice bounce back victory here as we're already halfway through in today's action here, as the Giants will beat the Saints 24-14, or 17. Good game here. Saints defense did play very good football, but I think our offense was just a little bit better. I think they should have led more on Lloyd. I'm surprised that they didn't. Our pass rush got home when necessary. All around, this is a nice team win. Back-to-back games where John Sherman does not throw a touchdown, and he only throws an interception. He's at 12 now this campaign. Pretty okay day for him, but we let out our ground game. Montgomery got 13, Taylor Wilkerson got 12. Each were efficient. Tracy scored. Wandale caught 8 for 98. Neighbors caught 6 for 66. Theo stepped up. Titus Allen had a solid performance. And we have to check the injury report now on Drake London. Andrew Thomas allowed the lone sack. And then defensively, Kayvon Thibodeau played well. No interceptions. And we had a few pass breakups. And we do have an injury after today's game. And it's for Drake London, out now for the next 6 weeks. Wow. That hurts our offense massively. Because, I mean, there's 2 games left to go. You have 2 games. Assuming now that we make it, assuming that we get the first round bye. So that's 3 games. As we're going to sim now ahead here. I mean, yeah, he could theoretically come back for the Super Bowl, but, you know, now it's definitely tough here. We are the current 1 seed. Same thing here for the New York Jets. But we're the current 1 seed right now. And London would miss all the playoffs. So how are we going to replace his production? We did clinch the playoffs as well, but it looks to be a battle here versus the Vikings. We don't play against them, but we have the Bills next. In this gauntlet here, as they're 9-6 here. Are the Bills in the postseason right now? They are currently the 5th seed. So another playoff opponent here. So one thing that I want to sit here and say, guys, is that throughout these next 2 games, I am going to be putting out some more of the younger players. So expect to see that. I don't know if I'm going to rest or start my starters in week 18. I typically, it's different every year. But regardless, with our record, I think that we might have a good legitimate chance to get the number 1 seed. And if we do, I want to make sure of it. So starters might play in the next game. But let's go check out the Bills and then hop into the game. Turning now our attention here to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Allen, Greg Rousseau, who's hurt. They have James Cook, Dalton Kincaid. This is a very good Bills team. They can beat you in a variety of different ways. In terms of running the football, they have drafted well, getting some good offensive linemen. Their defense is solid across the board. This is a solid team. I do think we can take advantage a bit of this secondary. They have their best players are 2 drafted players, so we shall see. But let's hop into the 3rd game here in today's action. As we've made it to the 3rd game of this 4-game episode, we're here in week 17 here. And it's also the last game versus playoff teams here. We have another tough opponent here versus the Buffalo Bills, who are currently 6-5. I believe 5th. They are the current 5th seed. They have Josh Allen at quarterback. Seems very good. This is going to be a very tough matchup for us. Hopefully, we can get this victory and continue on. We're going to have some throwback jerseys today. So let's go out there and have some fun here in week 17. And here comes 3rd-year quarterback John Sherman, and I also think this is the first time in this series we have a snow game, as I haven't seen one of these games in a while. 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Sherman has slowed down throughout this episode. Hopefully in this game he can get us throw a touchdown and be a little bit more confident as we enter into the postseason. We no longer have Drake London. That means 2nd-year wide receiver Titus Allen is going to have to step up into that 3rd receiver role, as Wandale is going to be our new number 2. As Montgomery has also struggled, and hopefully he can kind of get back on pace here for the postseason. 2nd down and 7, I formation here for New York. Hands the ball off Montgomery's way. He picks up 4. Giants have been sticking with 12 personnel here. 3rd down and 3, motion out Montgomery. As this pass here will go to wide open Wandale. As Wandale Robinson, he's able to break free for a big 37-yard gain. Good pitch and catch right there by Wandale, who needs to step up this week and next week and into the postseason. We've yet to even see a 3-receiver formation here. Right back to Montgomery, breaking some tackles. Tackled here at the 21. Now Tyrone Tracy, 3 receivers set. Check in, Sherman, though, will turn to Malik Neighbors, leads the league in receiving yards. He gets the 1st down and more. Back to the I formation here for the Giants. Sherman will look to throw end zone. He wants Theo Johnson, and he got him. Touchdown, New York. Theo Johnson having an okay season, I would say. He's missed some time, but puts up, I believe, his 4th touchdown of this campaign. And here comes the veteran quarterback in Josh Allen. Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the franchise. 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. trying to get his Bills team to probably clinch the division title here, as they're trying to get their 10th victory, as they will start their own 25. Here comes Cook here, who gets a yard. This is also a major test for our defense. They have playmakers at every single level. James Cook is the motion man, as this pass is a quick hitter here. I expect today to be a lot like facing Patrick Mahomes in the first game. It was a tough, high-scoring affair. The snow might play much more a factor, but regardless, I think this is going to be a tough sledding day. 3rd down and 4 here, motioning Kincaid. Looks to throw as Allen, and the ball is short, right behind James Cook. I don't know just yet how I want to handle the 3rd receiver role throughout this remaining 2 regular season games and the playoffs. But I expect myself to try to just put the hot hand out there. Titus Allen has recorded already a drop today. Now we face a 3rd down and 7 here. We'll turn to Neighbors as this pass is knocked down. I thought he was going to stop. And now we're going to have to send it right back to Josh Allen. 4 corners out there on the field here for the Giants. 3rd down. Here comes Allen. Sends it underneath here to Cooks, as James Cooks is able to break a tackle. Tackled here at the 35. Buffalo here trying to tie up this game here at 7 apiece. Play action here for Allen. Wants a deep shot here. Left alone. Touchdown. Buffalo. They got behind Demetrius Evans. And Shakir here will score. Buffalo ties this game up here at 7 apiece. And at the start of this drive, New York has James Williamson out there, the rookie receiver, number 81. He gets the target, and he reels it down here, and that's his first career catch. Goes for 9. As John Sherman with that pass just went over 4,000 passing yards. 2nd down and 1 here. Sherman in the shotgun, handed the ball off to Montgomery, as Montgomery is able to pick up a 1st down, as Elton Jenkins is holding on to his arm. 1st down here for the Giants. Sherman, he'll go play action, looks to throw, connects here with Malik Neighbors, and he picks up a 1st down. 2nd down and 5 here. Sherman back to the aerial attack and right back, pitch and catch to Malik Neighbors. 3 straight receptions in a row. 3rd down and 2 for Sherman. Tracy will stay in as he motions out wide. Sherman looks to throw, now he's going to look to take it himself. We've seen a lot of this year. John Sherman, though, stood up there, still picks up the 1st down. 1st down and 19 now here at the 22. Sherman, quick hitter, wants Wandale, got him, and he takes his team inside the 10. Good pitch and catch there to Robinson. 3rd down now here. New York can pick up a 1st down. They will turn to Tyrone Tracy, putting his head down, and he's tackled here at the 1. And he gets the 1st down, though. Great play there by Tyrone. Taylor Wilkerson, the rookie back, checks in. He gets the call. He goes up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown, New York. As the Giants here take back the lead here to go up by 7. Buffalo takes over here, trying to retie up this game. As Josh Allen starts back up at his own 25, feeling some pressure here. And Brian Burns brings him down. They're going to register as that a sack. His 8th of the season. Giants send a blitz here on 3rd down and 9. Allen has used more of his legs on this drive. Looks to throw, feeling some more pressure. Got hit as he threw. Great job there by Burns and Dexter on that play. Right back to this Giants offense here. They're looking to add to already a 7-point lead. Sherman will look to throw. Finds Wandale. Wandale cuts up field. What a play here by Robinson. As he took that quick hitter, no one was over the middle as the Bills sent a blitz. And Wandale made them pay. 3rd down and 8. Dwayne Williamson, the motion man. Sherman will look to throw. As he hits underneath here, Wandale with a burst of speed. As Wandale picking up some yak yards. 3rd down and 1 here at the 5. Sherman, he's going to look to throw here. Stepping up, feeling the pressure, and he walks it in. Touchdown for John Sherman here. He gets another rushing score as New York here will extend on their lead. 3rd down and 5 here for Allen. Looks to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket to find his man for the 1st down. A set of downs here for Allen in the offense. Here comes James Cook, and he picks up 9 of his own. Second down and inches here for Allen in the offense. Cooks is the back. The pass, though, here from Allen will go to Cook. Gets the first down. Josh Allen has the command back into his favor here. So they're inside the 25 of the Giants. Sends it underneath here. And it'll be a third down and inches, though, for Samuel. Offset I formation, 2 receiver sets. Sherman will go play action, or excuse me, Allen will go play action. He's going to look to run it himself. Newman can't bring him down. Leonard Sapp, or that's Bobby Brown, excuse me, the rookie defensive tackle, and a couple other players bringing him down. First down and goal here. This pass will go to Kincaid for the touchdown as Buffalo cuts this lead in half. Giants take over here right before the 2-minute warning, trying to get back to a 2-score advantage. Here comes David Montgomery up the middle, and he gets 12 of his own. 2 minutes to go here. Tracy motions out wide. Sherman looks to throw, not liking much of anything. Ball's on the ground out of the sack fumble, and it's picked up here by Buffalo. Oh my. I don't know who knocked that pass out, or the ball out of John Sherman, who's actually not fumbled, I think, once this year. Whoever number 57 is, he knocked it out. Or maybe that was Isaiah Oliver or Josh Oliver, I don't know. Someone on Buffalo's offensive line forced the fumble. Now Josh Allen has it at New York's 35, looking to re-tie up this game at 21 apiece. Here comes Curtis Samuel, the veteran receiver, hangs on for 6. Second down and 4 here. Kincaid motioning as Allen looks to throw, feeling the pressure. Burns throws him down as Brian Burns records his second sack of today's action. Third down and 12 here. Giants defense trying to bend but not break here. Motioning Curtis Samuel. Allen felt some pressure, finds his man. New York will call a timeout here. And our defense did their job. A field goal here in the snow, as the kick will be up end over end, and it's good. We have a 21-17 ball game here. You got less than a minute here, or about a minute to go in the first half. Can New York be able to put up any more points? Sherman turning to Neighbors, does hang on, picks up 3. We'll call a timeout there. Wasn't in love with anything. Third down and 7 here. Tracy motions out wide. Sherman now in an empty look, needing a first down. Looks to throw, turns to the rookie receiver. This is Williamson, and he picks up the first down and a lot more. A nice heads-up play to get out of bounds here for your team. Sherman takes now his deep shot here with Neighbors, who's left alone. Caught it here at the 22, and the Giants will call their last timeout with 36 ticks to go. I think they're just going to take a couple end zone shots. Second down and 10 here. Sherman motioning out Montgomery, 32 ticks to go. Takes it, looks to throw, wants end zone. Williamson, the rookie receiver, hangs on. Touchdown, New York. Dwayne Williamson scoring his first touchdown, and I don't think he really knows how to react to it. But picture perfect pass there by John Sherman, and a great effort there by the rookie. Josh Allen does have the arm for this. Setting up for a Hail Mary try. Pressured in his face, got hit as he threw. Ball's underthrown, and it's knocked down as we will go into the second half here. Up pretty big here, 28-17. Our offense has been able to put up touchdowns, and everything is working. I would say the running game would have to step up here in the second half. And defensively, let's try to get a couple more sacks. Two tight end look here for the Bills. As Cooks gets the call, goes up the gut, and he picks up a first down. Second down and 3 here. New York, what do? They send a blitz here. Picked up well there by Buffalo, and it's caught here underneath. Branford brings down Cook. And we haven't really seen Buffalo take their deep shot since that long touchdown. Here comes a third down and 4. Allen feeling the rush, escapes, able to extend the play, slide safely. I think if he just dove, he would have scored. But it's goal to go now here for Buffalo. Very nice long possession here for the Bills. Here comes Allen, send it up, end zone, Branford! And Christian Branford picks it off into the end zone. And this is against his former team that drafted him. A little bit of revenge here. Branford has not really been tested too much this season. I think he's played very, very well. Two backs in the backfield. Sherman, though, will look to throw. Turns to Malik Neighbors, can't reel it in. And even after the interception by our defense, we can't really execute. Buffalo here, looking to cut more into this lead here. They'll start with a run here by James Cook. Cook's able to cut it outside. As Cook breaks some tackles, Dexter Lawrence has to be the one to throw him down here at the 43 of New York. That's just tough there for the Giants. As Allen here now in the pistol look. Cook does not get the call, but the pass here will go to Kincaid. Breaks a tackle, upended here, but still picking up 14. Bills have been able to move against our defense. As here comes James Cook yet again, 11 more. Third down and 7 here, trying to bend but not break here for this Giants defense. Allen sends it underneath here, makes a move, and it's goal to go here at the 6. It keeps this long possession going. Now Allen with a keeper, looks to do it himself, and he's able to do so. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen cuts into this lead with his own rushing score. As the Bills here look to go for 2 to try to make this a 3-point game. Comes Allen, steps up, and he dives in. And we have a 3-point ball game now due to Josh Allen. This Giants offense looks to take over. Had a quick 3 and out on their first drive here. Turning to Montgomery, puts his head down, stays on his feet. And that's the Montgomery from a year ago. It's one of the real questions is how much left in the tank do we have in David Montgomery? As Tracy here will lose to. But if Montgomery is, as we have an injured Tyrone Tracy heading back to the locker room. Oh my, that's a significant injury. That puts a lot more weight on both the rookie, but also really on Montgomery. If Tracy is out for any significant amount of time. Turn to 3 tight ends. Here comes Montgomery. Get that lost yardage back. Now it's 3rd down and 10 here. Trying to avoid getting off the field are the Giants. Sherman gets hit as that ball was released. Thankfully, that's not ruled a fumble. Less than a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter here for the Bills. Motioning out here, Cook. Allen will go empty. He looks to throw. Plenty of time and left alone here as he stays on his feet here. Jamie Davis can't bring him down. Newman thankfully can. Shakir. And even more terrible news, Dexter Lawrence is shaken up and he's heading back to the locker room as well. Tracy's already out for today. And we might have just lost Dexter Lawrence. That is huge here for this defensive line. As now Josh Allen here in striking distance. Kincaid. But they run the ball in our defense with an excellent TFL by Kayvon Thibodeau. 1 quarter to go here in week 17. Second to last game here of year 4. New York's up by 3. Allen's trying to change it. And we're going to get this now for the rest of the game as the game will zoom in. First down and goal here from the 7. New York sends multiple defenders. That ball is intercepted in the back quarter yet again. Christian Branford getting his 2nd of the game versus his former team. Wow. Branford, he's able to keep them out of the end zone. And we have still the lead here. What a play. We're down in 10 here for the Giants. Can't punt it back. New York will look to throw. Sherman staying strong. Got hit as he threw. And New York will have to punt it right back to this red-hot Bills team. 3rd down and 7 here. Giants defense trying to get off the field now. Here comes the quick hitter. And this is James Cook again. He's been a problem out of the backfield for us. 2nd down and 4 now. Motioning out James Cook makes this into an empty look. This ball is caught here And breaking free is the receiver for an easy first down. 2nd down and 6 inside the 15. Giants defense trying to bend but not break. Branford, he's able to keep them out of the end zone, and I don't think you tried that fade route again if you're the Bills. 2nd down and goal here. Here comes Allen, looks end zone, and that's a touchdown. Buffalo will score here. I think that is Quinton Hoover, one of their backup receivers. 2nd down and 8, empty now goes Sherman, looks to throw, connects here with Wandale, breaks a tackle here, and he's able to get a couple extra yards. Staying in the shotgun here for New York. Here comes David Montgomery now, barreling up the field for 11. Taylor Wilkerson checks in at back, motioning Theo Johnson. Sherman will look to throw, connects here, Wandale, as Robinson able to get another big play here for his offense. 3rd down and 2 here, right before the 2-minute warning. New York will go play action. Sherman looks to throw, connects here, Wandale. A nice pitch and catch there for New York. So New York's already in the red zone right now. They need to score a touchdown, but how much time do you want to leave for this Bills team? Sack, though, as this Bills defense, they're not going away just yet. Big time sack there for this Buffalo team. Sherman will look to throw, not liking much of anything. And again, sacked and fumbled. Now it's 3rd down and 30. This Buffalo defense, back-to-back sacks. Can they make it 3? Sherman looks to throw, wants Neighbors, and he can't reel it down. It's broken up. And now you got a Hail Mary shot. 4th down and 30 here for New York. Sherman takes the snap, looks to throw. Sending it up here, Williamson! He was open too. I think if Sherman had just a little bit more time, that would have been a touchdown. Or maybe if Dwayne was just a little bit faster, but we have 3 timeouts. Our defense needs to be able to get the ball back for us. The Bills will bring 3 receivers out there, 3rd down and 9. They will, though, look to run. Thibodeau and Jamie Davis stop him, and New York gives our offense one last opportunity. Well, if you're John Sherman right now, you got to kind of hope for a big play and get out of bounds, and then another big play. Sherman taking his deep shot, connects here with Malik Neighbors. Exactly how I drew it up. Neighbors, already 93 catches, 1,500 yards, and 11 scores. And he picks up another big play here for his Giants offense, who need to be able to score a touchdown. Can't take a sack if you're John Sherman. He looks to throw, wants the touchdown, and he had him too. Wandale. He just wasn't. Man, that's a touchdown if I ever saw one. You know, I could have taken the Malik Neighbors route again, I guess. But I saw it. There was no safety help. The pass just needed to be a little bit better. 16 ticks to go here for Sherman. He looks to throw. Wants Neighbors again. Connects with him. Neighbors broke free. Touchdown, New York. 11 seconds to go. And Malik Neighbors, he does it. Wow. Exactly what this Giants offense needed to right now give them a 2-point advantage. Extra point away from making this game by 3. And Malik Neighbors maybe just broke the hearts of all the Buffalo Bill fans. Let's commentate this extra point. This will make it a field goal game. Buffalo has all 3 timeouts as well. As the kick here by our second-year kicker will be down the middle. We have a 3-point ball game here in Week 17, folks. Exactly what we somehow did it. Our defense now just has to be able to hold on. We just can't let them get into field goal range. Here comes the kickoff. As the Bills, with 6 seconds now, basically have to take a Hail Mary shot. Josh Allen does have the arm for this. Here we go. Week 17. Josh Allen looks to throw, lines it up. Ball's going to go out of bounds. 1 second, though. Last play here of Week 17. And this needs to be a touchdown here for the Bills. But Josh Allen goes down. Leonard Williams. He will ice today as the New York Giants had a very impressive lead, but the Bills crawled back slowly but yet surely. But they just could not finish us off as John Sherman and Malik Neighbors connect for a touchdown. What a day here. I think Sherman threw 4 scores today. Have to check the injury report as 2 more important players go down. Sherman throws 3 touchdowns, 300 plus yards, his best day we have seen in a while. Josh Allen threw 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. Running game, Montgomery I think he did a solid job. Wilkerson got 3 touches. Got to check the injury report here for Tyrone Tracy. But this was Malik Neighbors' Wandale show. Both of them having 7+ catches, both having over 120 yards. Neighbors scored a touchdown. Dwayne Williamson got a lot of playing time as Titus Allen had a drop early on. And he caught a touchdown. He looked solid out there. 1 sack allowed defensively. We got 3. And 2 interceptions here for Christian Branford. Always nice to see. But allowing 30 points, that's not what I want to see from our defense. And after today, Tyrone Tracy, he's the only injured player. Dexter is okay. But Tyrone Tracy has already missed time this campaign, and now he's going to miss the rest of the regular season and at least the beginning of the postseason. He will finish the year with 132 carries, 621 yards, 8 touchdowns, no fumbles. And, he's in his last year of his contract, and, the question should be asked, do we keep Tyrone Tracy? I mean, overall, he's put up solid production, both through the air, on the ground. Never been 1,000 yards, but back-to-back years with 8+ touchdowns. He gets maybe 140 carries a season. And you say to me, he'll get you probably close to, 600, 550 yards, but 7-8 touchdowns? I think he's a solid player. I don't know if we'll keep him. He does want to come back, but Tracy now will not play anymore. Taylor Wilkerson will take his role as we're going to go sim to the last game of the regular season. And as we sim to week 18, and we're going to get into this action right away, we have the Atlanta Falcons, who are 6-10. Last game of the year. Atlanta doesn't do anything particularly well. And we've figured out a lot of the teams that are to go. All the divisions have been cleared, but we don't know yet who's the number 1 seed. I think that they have a chance as well, the Vikings. But of course, we shall see. It looks like the New York Jets, who did beat us in the first game of today's action, they look to be the best team in the franchise right now, as we're trying to match them currently right now with 14 wins. And we face against this Atlanta team. This is also the last time that we can negotiate until the off season, and I do want to get into that and a bit of scouting. So let's do, what do we want to do first? I feel like I've talked about the draft here and there, and I don't know how in depth I have gone through it, but this is currently my favorite board, or all my favorite players. There are some, the top 5 prospects. I'm not expecting myself to go out there and try to get a quarterback in this year's draft class, but I did scout them. I didn't know if John Sherman was the answer for us. But currently my perspective on this up-and-coming draft is I really want to focus on the offense. I want to be able to end this draft with a quality offensive lineman, most likely in the interior, and I've talked about Quentin Bryce here. I think he's right now. I just like his athleticism. As an athlete, he looks already very good with it. Also an A for pass block finesse. He's already looking like my favorite guy, even though we already know, like, Mitchell Taylor. He's a 2nd to a 3rd round pick. We could draft him. but I'm more leaning towards trying to figure out a young piece across this offensive line. And we don't know about Theo Johnson. I don't know his long-term, if he's going to be here long-term. So I do like a lot of these up front tight ends. I see a lot of A's when looking at them. But an interesting prospect all the way down the board is Antonio Webster. 6'9", 23 years old, solid athlete. I feel like I've talked about him, but he's a very interesting UDFA player. Something else that I've considered is maybe we need to consider drafting a receiver. Jermaine Gardner here's a 2nd round pick. A big slot receiver, 6'5". You know, with both Wandale and Drake London, as well as Malik Neighbors actually, all have 2 years left on their deals. You know, we're gonna have to make a decision on the receiver position soon enough. So do I want to take an early receiver? A year ago, we drafted a running back. I don't expect myself to try to draft a back in the first round, but there are some interesting guys down the board. But something else that I want to end this draft or get in this draft is a quarterback. Kid that I'm keeping my eyes on is Tyrone Harris, a scrambling archetype who looks to be a solid athlete across the board, and that good to great throw power intrigues me. I already like where his accuracies are. You know, you have a B and 2 Cs for UDFA. I could take him in the 6th round and we have a cheap rookie quarterback developing. So now that doesn't mean that I won't draft defense. There's just a little, I feel like our defense needs more veteran talent and anyways, but I have scouted defensive players. You know, linebacker comes to my mind as something that we might need to consider. You know, I like a lot of these top guys. You know, I'm always in the business to try to draft some more defensive linemen. You know, Casey Long, I mean, I don't need I see A and B, power and finesse. Would love to go grab him, but a top 5 talent, we're not going to be able to do so. But at the end of the day, guys, defense will probably be the secondary thought during the draft. I'm planning on trying to go more heavy on the offensive side of the football. And now turning to our last chance to negotiate with players. We have $79 million, Dexter Lawrence and Theo Johnson, David Montgomery, a couple important players. And this is right now my current thoughts on how to handle these 2 different contracts. I would say that this is the best case scenario, which is at the end of the season, Dexter regresses slightly, but his number goes down from, you know, $38 million a year, eating up over half our cap space this season. You know, it comes down to closer to, you know, 30, maybe $28 million. And we're able to re-sign him to that extension and then use the franchise tag on Theo Johnson, as Johnson has no interest in returning to New York. And Theo, you know, he had another injury-plagued season. He's had 2 injury seasons and 1 fantastic year and 1 solid season. So the franchise tag would be more in play, in my opinion. And he would also be going to be 28 by the end of the tag if we did that. So that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is we tag Dexter Lawrence and we let Theo Johnson go. That's the worst case scenario. I'm not letting Dexter walk whatsoever. Unless the franchise tag is like $45 million, I'm not going to let a 96 overall player leave. When we look down the rest of these players, you know, David Montgomery, Jonathan Cooper, Clark Phillips, Cordell Flop. I mean, these are role players to depth players. You know, Montgomery, I'm not going to sign him to this 2-year deal. I think he has regressed But, you know, if we continue strolling, Tyrone Tracy, he needs a new deal. I'm probably leaning more towards trying to re-sign him, even though he's dealt with some injuries this season. You know, he would be 28 years old if we signed him to a 2-year contract. Not looking to do that. Titus Allen, I want to get his contract back in. The game decided to cut him and then signed some other player. And for the rest of these guys, I don't know just yet. Hunter Henry is a player that I would probably try to keep, but we'll probably let him test down the line. Regardless, we're now entering into week 18. That's just a little bit of a preview of the offseason, guys. As we now enter into week 18, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Not very good. Currently ranked 13th in the conference. Let's go see what they've been up to. And here are the Atlanta Falcons, led by Chris Lindstrom, Jesse Bates, Bijan Robinson. They have Michael Penix at quarterback, but Penix will be out today due to a broken ribs. So that's tough for them. So Hooker here is going to get the start at quarterback, not Ben Patterson. But I expect them to try to lean on their ground game the best they can with Bijan. And don't forget, guys, we traded them John Ware, who we traded him and a couple other players to get Drake London. And Ware's had a career season, 66 touchdowns, 800 yards, and 10 scores. They drafted Pete Blandher here, 6'5" tight end. Kyle Pitts is still here. And they've upgraded the offensive line. Simon Oliver, we also drafted him and traded him here. And he's developed solidly. He's an excellent pass pro. So, that's about it. Defensively, the Falcons really haven't added too many. Maybe Manny Williams, but he doesn't really get too much playing time at linebacker. Yeah, they haven't really done much of anything in this franchise besides probably really just upgrading their receivers. Already a strength for their team. One more game to go here in year 4 as it's the Giants versus the Atlanta Falcons. We are going to be starting our starters even in this game. I don't know how much of this game I'm going to really show, but regardless, it's the last game of the regular season here in year 4. The Falcons are not very good. We're right now without Tyrone Tracy. Taylor Wilkerson will get the start. We're just hoping to get another victory and seal up the #1 seed. As John Sherman and his offense take over, they're wearing their red. I love these jerseys personally. I wish they would bring them back. But 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions here in year 3. A very much of a breakout campaign here for John Sherman. He's looking to keep it up here as we're heading to the postseason here. Falcons at 6-10. They're still trying to rebuild their team. Here comes Montgomery for 2. 3rd down and 8 here for New York. This is Titus Allen in motion. Maybe getting another chance. Sherman stepping up, and he's thrown down here at the 30. And here comes the Atlanta Falcons with Hendon Hooker at quarterback. The 5th-year man trying to lead his way. He has 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but he's playing solid as the backup Michael Penix is out. I'm expecting a lot of Bijan Robinson today, but number 6, John Ware. Number 60 is Isaiah Oliver, 2 former Giants that we traded away, as this is only a gain of a yard. Nice pitch and catch there. 3rd down and 1, excuse me. And then Hooker will look to throw. Pressured in his face, and that falls off the hands of John Ware, the ex-Giant. First down here for New York. Wilkerson stays in the ball game. Motioning Theo Johnson. Targeting Johnson. Good pitch and catch right there. First down for the Giants. Sticking to the empty look here for the Giants. Sherman looks to throw right back to Malik Neighbors. This time left alone. He gets the reception and the first down. That makes this now a 3rd down and 7. Zeke is the motion man. As Sherman will look to throw. Steps up, and that ball is Thrown to the turf. New York will settle for 3. 45-yard attempt for me. I've been very bad at these. Thankfully, we make it a 3-point game. So now the Falcons take over here at their own 31. Hendon Hooker, the quarterback, trying to lead his team. Blitz is sent here for the Giants. Goes down, ball's on the ground. Isaiah Simmons pops it out. But Bobby Brown now is shaking up our rookie defensive tackle. He heads back to the locker room. Hendon Hooker will go empty here on 3rd down and 21. Sending it down the field, and it's caught. John Ware, the ex-Giant. We sent it here to Atlanta. He's having his best season, and he just scores against the team that drafted him and then traded him away. Wow, what a play. 2nd down and 6 here. Sherman will go empty now. So he looks to throw, stepping up, getting blasted by multiple sides. Interior of the offensive line just allowed the sack. It's now 3rd down and 14. Can the Giants get the first down? Sherman sends it underneath here to Zeke. The pressure almost got home again, and now New York will be forced to punt. Atlanta now looking to extend on their lead here. A quick hitter. This is Pete. This is the 2nd-year wide receiver they drafted. And now he's going to get a big play, setting his offense up. Goal to go from the 4. A year ago, they drafted him to basically replace Drake London as the #1 receiver. Then they trade London to us and get John Ware, and he's developed into their #1 guy. But Pete is still one of the better wide receivers in the league. 3rd down and goal here from the 1. Robinson gets another call. Touchdown, Atlanta. Stunning the Giants here in the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 4 here at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. New York trying to extend the possession. Here comes Sherman now, and he somehow wills his team to get the first down. What a play. Atlanta won't challenge the spot of the ball. As now Sherman connects here. Wan'Dale Robinson. New York brings their power formation in. Starting to get into a bit of a rhythm here. Taylor Wilkerson, he gets the call. Goes up the gut here as Taylor gets another first down. 3rd down and 4 here for Sherman. He takes the snap, looks to throw. Wants Theo Johnson left alone over the middle. Johnson puts his head down and gets his offense to the 17. 3rd down and 9 here for Sherman. He's gonna go play action fake, looks to throw. Not liking anything, and he has to throw it away. 4th down and 9 here. Hendon Hooker in the offense here for Atlanta, looking to go up big here. Already up. Play action, and Hendon Hooker goes down. This is Michael McFadden, bringing him down for a sack. Big time sack there for the Giants defense. 2nd down and 17 now. Motioning the tight end. Gonna go play action. Goes down. Ball's on the ground. Picked up here by Atlanta. And that was Derek Parks from his free safety position. And now it's 3rd down and 24. 3rd down and 24 at the 11. New York sends a blitz. Doesn't get home. Caught here by Pete. And he broke free. And he's gone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Pete Brailer scores again. You gotta be kidding me. Well, the Giants are down big here in week 18. And their starters are out there right now. Sherman will look to throw. Sets his feet. And he finds Theo Johnson. And he gets the first down and a lot more. Big play there for the Giants. It's now Montgomery checks in. Breaks a tackle. Breaking another one. And he gets his team to the 33. Putting Neighbors in the backfield here for 3rd down and 10. Sherman sets up a little screen for Malik. Tries to make a move. Breaks initial contact. It's 4th down and 5. What did the Giants do here? 4th down and 5 here. New York lines up to go. They will go. Sends it underneath here, Wan'Dale. As he picks up the first down, Giants want to end this possession with 6. First down for New York inside the 20. Here comes Sherman, finds Malik Neighbors underneath now as Neighbors gets the first down. Second down and goal here at the beginning of the 2-minute warning. New York stays with the rookie and Wilkerson. He will get into the end zone. I believe actually this is his 10th rushing score of this campaign in his rookie year. What a play. Third down and 10 now. Here at the Atlanta's 39. Pete is the motion man. Looks to throw. Kayvon Thibodeau getting the 4th sack of the first half here for this Giants defense. And I believe his 9th of this campaign. New York now with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Maybe trying to make this game more interesting. Sherman taking a deep shot. And it's almost caught there by Zeke Claiborne. New York took their deep shot there. Falls incomplete. Now what do? Sherman will look to throw. Sending it to Wan'Dale Robinson's way. And he gets 8. Wan'Dale was able to get out of bounds, making this a 3rd down and 2. Sherman not liking much of anything. Throws it in the middle of the field. And Williamson can't reel it in. That's a tough catch. He got hit by 3 defenders. Giants show they want to go here. 4th down and 2 at their own 37. They do go, and they hand the ball off to Taylor Wilkerson, and they are denied. New York is denied by this Atlanta's front. And that was a very bold call here by us. Is Atlanta now looking to extend on their lead. Pistol look for Hendon Hooker. Sends it outside to Pete. Breaks another tackle. I thought he was going to score again. Fresh set of downs here. 27 seconds to go. Looks to throw his hand at Hooker. Feeling the rush. Escapes to extend the play. And he is tackled here at the 9. First down and goal here from the 9. New York sends 5. Pressured. End zone. Caught. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown. I shouldn't have gone for it. I should have just punted it. And here in week 18, we will be heading into halftime down 24-13. As they've gotten a couple massive plays. 3 touchdowns. I mean, Atlanta's just been able to put up points over our secondary, and it's just kind of tough. Here in the second half, though, we're gonna turn in the backups, flip it over to them, let them finish today's action. I don't know how much more I'm gonna commentate. I might commentate like a little bit more, but I think we are gonna probably lose this game, and I just don't want to suffer any more injuries either. As Hendon Hooker in the offense has control right now. See a few backups out there, and play action goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau throwing down Hooker. 3rd down and 15 here. Giants defense trying to get off the field. Here's a catch here for Robinson. Tackled here after picking up a chunk of yards, actually. 3rd down and 4, New York. Trying not to get off the field here. Sherman extending, wants Neighbors. And our line just has not been able to keep up. This defense is surprisingly very good. 3rd down and 9 here. Pete is the motion man. Play action. Thibodeau again. Getting his 3rd sack. And this Giants defense has already gotten 6 total. Fresh set of downs here for the Giants. Here comes the motion man is Theo Johnson. Sherman looks to throw. Connects Wan'Dale. And he gets the first down and a lot more. His 5th grab. Fresh set of downs here. New York. Staying in the passing game. Gonna go play action. Sherman sets his feet. Connects on the sideline to Malik Neighbors. First down for New York. Feeling hot. And now it's a loss of 6. They wanted the pitch there to Taylor. Did all that momentum just go away here after that loss of 6? Sherman takes it, looks to throw, sends it over the middle. Wan'Dale got it. First down. Life back into this crowd. First down and goal here from the 1. Here comes Wilkerson again. Power. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd score today's action. I believe this is his now 11th score, I want to say. Good hard running right there. It's 3rd down and 10. Opportunity for Giants to get off the field. Hooker escaping, extending. Now looks to run it himself. And he is stopped shy of the first down. and our defense will be able to get off the field. 2nd down and 10. Sherman stays on the ground here. Wilkerson, the rookie, breaks a tackle, and he gets the 1st down and a lot more as we enter into the last quarter here of year 4. One more quarter here in year 4. Sherman will look to throw as he sent it to his fullback, but he's intercepted. As this play here, Atlanta trying to ice it, and they're gonna do so. Touchdown, Atlanta. Yeah, I think that is gonna wrap up the regular season for us. I'll show any touchdowns, but I think I'm gonna take Sherman out and the rest of the starters. And here in week 18, the Atlanta Falcons will be beating the New York Giants 38-20. In about half this game, we had backups in, but honestly, I feel like the backups played better than our starters, which is never really a good feeling. A couple turnovers occurred. Just kind of unfortunate. I think our offense played solid football, not great, not the best. The line struggled today. Both quarterbacks didn't play particularly well, each throwing an interception. Hopefully the line can step up as we're going into the postseason. Taylor Wilkerson scored twice. Montgomery didn't play too much today. Wandale caught 11 for $120. Neighbors caught 7 for 94. No passing touchdown, but we got a lot of other receivers involved. Sacks allowed by 3 sacks given up. We got a lot. Kayvon got 3, and everyone else got a couple. No interceptions, and a couple pass deflections. And another injury occurring, this time to our defensive line and Leonard Williams. Williams has also missed some time throughout this season. He's been a starter, he's been a backup. He's played both the edge and the interior, and he's had an okay season. 3.5 sacks, 6 TFLs. He's been a depth piece ever since 2022 was the last time he was a Giant. But he's going to miss the beginning of the postseason as we finish the year with a 13-4 record, our best record, winning the division. You know, we'll probably end up now as the number 2 seed due to that. So we're going to probably play in the wild card game. Maybe I should have handled this game a little bit differently. But let's go see where we are. And guys, next time we will be having wild card action versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles had a 9-8 record, getting the number 7 seed, and somehow, some way fighting through it. We have faced this. This will be the 3rd time we play against this Eagles team. In the first meeting, we went out there, beat them, smoked them 31-24. And then in the next meeting, we beat them 45-24. So this is a team that we know very well. This is a team that we have beaten twice. It's just hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. So that will be next time, folks. But at the end of today's action, I do want to go over some stats with you guys. Looking at our season stats, John Sherman ended the year with over 4,475 passing yards off of close to 500 attempts, 35 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 66% completion percentage, sacked 30 times. This is a year where this is a season that John Sherman needed to do. He had a best QBR rate, everything's the best. Other than touchdowns, he has the least amount of interceptions, least amount of sacks, best completion percentage, best yards per attempt, and yards per game. Very much of a bounce back season. Drafted 2nd overall in the first class, and great year that he's posted up, and now I want to see if he can take it now into the postseason. In regards to our running game, our 1st round pick in Taylor Wilkerson also gets an upgrade point. Wilkerson has developed nicely, and he leads us in rushing yards. Kind of surprisingly, but that's a lot to do because of the fact that Montgomery missed 7 games, and Tracy, he missed 4. So, but even so, we had 2 other backs with 600 plus yards, and both Tracy and Montgomery each scored 8 times. John Sherman also had his best season on the ground, adding 700 more and 2 more scores on the ground. Antonio Gibson also carried the ball pretty solidly, sparingly though. Malik Neighbors, he leads the league in receiving yards with 1,600 and 101 catches and 12 touchdowns. Neighbors had a fantastic campaign, a career best, I believe, across the board in terms of catches, yards per catch, yards per game, touchdowns. He ties up. He has the most rack yards after catch, and he got his longest. So, and definitely a much more of a bounce back year than last year. For Wandale, he finished the year with 73 catches, 1,000 yards, and 4 scores. And Wandale Robinson, I mean, you know, we've had him now for the last 4 years, and ever since becoming really like our number 2, number 3 receiver, he's posted up some of his better years. And happy that he had also a bounce back season from a year ago, posting up 1,000 yards and 4 scores. Drake London added 9 through the air. I definitely think if he didn't miss the last 2 games, he would have hit 1,000 yards. I almost think the numbers would have been reversed with him and, what's his name, Wandale. But regardless, all 3 of these receivers played great. Theo Johnson ended the season with 40 catches for 400 yards and 4 scores. So a lot of 4s. You know, again, this is a very solid campaign. He dealt with injuries, but it's a little bit better than the other season that he dealt with a lot of injuries. I'm still thinking we're going to go down the game plan that I have laid out, because Al Gordon, in a 4-game sample size, proved to be a solid, reliable option. And I think with continue to developing him, he probably could turn into something pretty nice for us. Everyone else caught a pass other than Trey Elms. He didn't catch anything, but we got a couple other we got to figure out the backup receiver, because we've seen it's been a struggle with any of these 3 guys playing. Other than really Claiborne, he probably has made the most plays. He's probably going to get this start in the postseason. For the offensive line, John Michael Schmidt didn't allow any sacks. Same things with Eric Gray and Eric Romeo, but they don't play a lot of snaps. But we see that the most sacks allowed was 7 by Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal. And in terms of, you know, health of this team, the left tackle and Andrew Thomas probably missed the most time, and that's a big loss when he's out. Defensively, I definitely think our defense took a bit of step back, at least in terms of getting sacks, turnovers. We had our hot streaks, we had our cold streaks, but we had 4 players go over for 100 tackles, you know, and to put this into perspective, Parks plays safety, Evans plays corner, and Newman plays safety. So we had a lot of guys making a lot of tackles. In terms of TFLs, Kayvon Thibodeau leads the way with 16. Burns, Simmons, and Dexter each got 10 plus. McFadden got 9, Newman got 8. So far, yeah. Sacks-wise, we got 11 for Kayvon Thibodeau, and another season for Brian Burns with 9.5. I think this is his 3rd season in a row, and it is. I mean, since that year 1 breakout year, he's kind of been just a solid pass rusher for us, and you know, 9.5 sacks is nothing to, you know, is not a bad at all. That's actually very good, but I still think we expect, you know, a 90 plus overall player to be getting consistent pressure. Simmons got 6.5, Jonathan Cooper got 4. Same thing with McFadden. Leonard Williams had 3. Dexter Lawrence only had 2. And Dexter has been an interesting player throughout this whole thing. I mean, throughout the last 4 years, he's had really one great year, one season where it was kind of like he was still very good, but then he's had 2 seasons where he hasn't been that good. So I know I'm talking about keeping him for another season or so, I still think he's just a key piece for our defense. And a few other guys getting some sacks as well. Demetrius Evans leads us in interceptions with 5. He started to slow down with the turnovers during the second half of the year. Christian Branford a year ago had 8. Now he finishes it with 3 and a couple other guys. But this is something to take really note of. You know, Drew Phillips had 14 pass deflections. Evans had 10. McFadden had 10. Branford had 9. I mean, you know, when you look at this, our top 3 corners each had 9+ pass deflections. They each had at least 2 interceptions. We had a very good corner room. Our corners played very good football. So, happy to see that. Kicking wise, I'm just not good at kicking in this game. Punting wise, we did a bit better, I would say. Kick return, Zeke and Titus Allen led the way. And this is something that Allen does actually very well for us is punt and kick returns. Mostly, he's done only really kick returns for us, but these are 2 solid seasons. Definitely a step back, but that's okay. In terms of punt returning, Zeke Claiborne did most of those duties. And yeah, that's the stats. In terms of yearly awards, we'll go through this quicker. Patrick Mahomes is your MVP. Lewis Fox is the Coach of the Year. We ended up as the 3rd. Focusing on here on the NFC, Neighbors was the 3rd in terms of voting in terms of Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we had no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Taylor Wilkerson was right behind Teddy Truman. We got to see him. Al Gordon, honorable mention here. Rookie, nope. Quarterback, John Sherman was number 6 in terms of the voting. Running back, no one. Receiver, Neighbors was 2nd here. Puka Nacua must have had a fantastic year. Offensive line, John Michael Schmick, Eric Romeo, and Darnell Randall here each got into the best lineman. Best defensive lineman, Kayvon Thibodeau, as well as Brian Burns, each make it in later. As best linebacker, we didn't have a 1. And then best defensive back, Demetrius Evans was top 4. And kicking, no one. So, more just honorable mentions than anything in terms of the yearly awards. But guys, next time we'll be playing against the 9-8 Philadelphia Eagles for the 3rd time. This is the playoff bracket, as the Minnesota Vikings is the 1 seed, the Saints and the Saints, it will be the Saints versus the Panthers, and the Niners. So it's all division rivals. Wow. I've never seen this before. So you have the NFC East, the NFC South, and the NFC West, each playing a 3rd game this season, and who will come up top on each side? We'll not be playing against the Vikings. So one of these 4 teams, in the terms of the Saints, who we played against and beat them. I believe we also beat the Rams, and I don't remember if I think we played the Panthers and we beat them, and I don't remember if we played the Niners. But regardless, this will be the setup for the postseason. You even see on the other side, the Bills, the Jets, the Chiefs. These are all teams we played against. So we have a bit of knowledge in terms of the other side as well, but 3 games to get to the Super Bowl. Can we do so? I probably should have handled the last game of the season a bit differently, but guys, I hope you enjoyed today's action. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the postseason.